What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Trevi Trev, and I'm back with another video. My bad about the hiatus. It's been a month or whatever. But I've been going through a lot of mental stuff, a lot of trials and tribulations, and I'm going to talk about that in this video right here. And plus, your boy got a new camera, so I'm trying to test that out. It's got the AI capabilities. It's got all of that. So if I'm looking fresh, 400K, 60 frames per second, that's why. It's because I got this new camera and it's looking lit. So I wanted to talk today about mental health because I've been going through a lot of things. That's why I haven't been posting, and I've been going through a journey in life to where I want to do better for myself, but along the way, I've been taking the hits. I've been taking the hits, and I'm still taking the hits, bro. Because it's like I've had some of the roughest month or whatever. I've had one of the roughest months in my life, to the point where people have been asking me if I'm okay, and honestly, I've been saying, yeah, I'm good, I'm straight, but low key, I'm not. Low key, I'm not. And I tell people I'm all right because as a man, I tend to take things under the chin and just kind of keep pushing forward. But lately, personally, financially, spiritually, I just have not been on my grind, bro. I've just not been on my grind, and I've been failing. And I want to just do better for myself. So I'm taking the first step in being accountable, going to mental health classes, and just doing different things to improve myself, because I had one of the saddest fucking feelings, bro. One of the saddest fucking feelings. Just like I was supposed to graduate this week, but I did not graduate because I failed my last exam because I thought I did okay, but I fucked up and I failed. And in the military, when life is on the line, you can't fail. So I had to pay the consequences of that, and I had to go into a different class. But that all could have been prevented. That all could have been prevented if I worked a little harder, if I took care of myself, and I didn't just say, let me put the weight of the world on my back. If I asked some of my friends for help, if I asked people who care about me for help instead of just putting the weight of the world on my shoulders, things could have been better. A different outcome could have had, and I could have graduated with my original class. Because I'm gonna tell y'all one thing: I was depressed, but I was there to support my friends and wingmen, and I went to that graduation that I was supposed to graduate in, and I supported my friends. But deep down, I knew in my heart of hearts, like, bro, that should have been me up there with my friends or whatever. And everybody's been telling me, yo, you're gonna get it. You're gonna graduate. I'm gonna see you walk across that stage. But with my failures and everything, I wasn't too sure, and that's why I didn't do it. But now I know absolutely I'm gonna walk across that stage. It's just my timing and God's timing is different than what I expected. But I could have walked on that stage if I took more accountability for myself, if I talked to people about my issues, and I just didn't kind of stuff all these feelings and just putting the weight of the world on my shoulders. Because I grew up in a household to where mental health doesn't matter. Black people, we like to joke that mental health is not a real thing because our life is terrible. But lately, being here and seeing the effects of that, and not facing my issues, and not basically not working with everybody how I should, and just not being social how I should, it's kind of put me into a hole to where it's affected my performance in life. And I'm not trying to do that anymore. I'm trying to be more open minded. I'm trying to talk to people if I'm going through things, and I'm going to see mental health if I'm going through things, because it's not a great feeling to feel bad and just sit and look at the ceiling in the dark and all that other stuff, and just go through a bunch of different shit, and nobody truly understands but you. But you could have gotten help. You could have gotten help, and you could have did this and that. And it has a trickle down effect to where you're paralyzed, it feels like. But I made the decision within myself to, I'm gonna go talk to mental health people. I'm gonna do different things because I don't want to be that soldier that crashes out randomly because of all the burdens in life. So I'm just gonna take the L's under the chin and just take those steps to get better for myself, because it's okay to not be okay, bro. It's okay to not be okay. And when you're going through things, you got to give yourself some grace. You got to give yourself some peace. Like, I started going to church again, and they talk about legacy. And it's like, what is the legacy you want to leave behind? And I'm not just saying in terms of accomplishments and everything. I'm saying in terms of your personality, what you want to pass on to people, what you want to pass on to your children. And I've been thinking about that deeply. And I want to end the cycle of black people, no mental health. We don't believe in mental health. And I want to be better for my son, my daughter, whoever I start a family with. I want to be better for them and just be the best I can be for myself as well. Because, I had talked to my friend Castor, and he was telling me, he goes through a lot of things too. And, a lot of people see that I'm sad and I'm going through something, but I don't let them in. And he wanted to challenge me to say, hey, let people in, bro. It's all right, you know. It's all right that you go through these things, but it's okay to not be okay, y'all. It's okay to go through certain things, but you know, never let it drag you down. You gotta face things and face reality and put in the work and do that quiet work that you need to do for yourself to improve yourself, and just take that time out to rest, because in this journey of becoming an airman, right? I've been working out nonstop. I've been not sleeping as well. I've been chasing my dream, and it's just been grind, grind, grind. But I've neglected to enjoy the little details about being an airman. I've neglected some of my friends, and you know, I have deep relationships with people, but I feel like I'm not always present for them. I'm not always there, and I got a million different things going on to the point where I neglect the little things, and that's probably why I failed the first time. But you know, now I'm gonna take that time to compartmentalize things, to take things slow, to learn the process, to appreciate the process, and not just necessarily chase. Because in a sense, I've already accomplished the goal I set out to accomplish, but there's more to this goal, there's more to this journey, and maybe I'm missing a piece or two. Maybe I'm trying to get things together, and I can't let things back home affect how I'm doing things here. Because you know, everybody will say there's a war going on, give yourself some grace or everything, but that's not the battle that I really face. Because I'm gonna be real with y'all, I'm on the computer, I'm not in the front lines. So my battle is more so coming back home, and do I really want to come back to an environment and to a home that I don't really fuck with, especially as I'm a new and better person. So that's been another struggle, you know, struggles with women, you know, recently quit nicotine, and you know, I just got a lot of things going on, and I need to unpack that, and there's nothing wrong with that. So as a creator, I'm going to be open and honest with you guys going forward. We'll talk about more things, not just current events, but just real shit that I go through, because a lot of the things that I go through, this was my decompressing. This is my journal of sorts, and this makes me feel good. So why don't I do more of what makes me feel good? So I'd rather do that than be self-destructive and get kicked out of the Air Force and all this other nonsense, because it all has a trickle-down effect. And mainly, I want to get back to being the boy that I was before, you know, having that natural love of life instead of just being this hardened adult. Because, you know, I can keep elements of both, but, you know, I got to get things done. I got to face things within myself that is honestly pretty frightening to me, but I want to do better, because, you know, it's okay to not be okay. And, you know, you got to handle your mental, bro. You really got to handle your mental, and there's nothing wrong with that. So I'm going to take some time to do that. I'm still going to make videos, but I'm just giving you guys an update because I did watch back. I'm still in the fucking room that I'm in. I'm not home yet, but, you know, I'm on my way, and I'm making the steps, and I wanted to kind of take you guys on that journey. I'm also thinking about using this camera to make like a cinematic kind of movie when I graduate, but, you know, I'm just doing things like a rough draft. But, you know, I just wanted to kind of discuss things with you guys. I'm going to drop this video and then drop another video because it's the holiday weekend, and I'm going to go out and do some things, but I also will have some time to record and not really have to go through the grind of the military right now, because I have a little bit of time to myself, and that's all I needed. You know, I got a good night's rest, and, you know, my mind is clear, and I'm focused on the task at hand. But if you guys are going through anything mentally, always talk to your friends, talk to everybody, and just do what's best for you, bro. Because, like, this decision to join the military, I'm still 50-50 about it. Before, I thought it was my goal and my dream, but now the vision has changed, bro. The vision has expanded, and I want to do other things besides just military, and I'm just going to take those steps to get myself mentally to go back into the real world. But anyway, hopefully you guys have a great day. Enjoy the 4-day weekend. I'm going to keep making content, and y'all, I'm out. Like, comment, subscribe.